welcome to Visual Recreation, the essential video guide to winning FML each and every week. I'm your local movie buff, Drew.
And I'm Joey, your strategy guy, and this week we're talking about 3 new movies with The Intruder, Long Shot, and Uglydolls.
But the first movie we're going to be talking about is The Intruder.
Yes, that's right. This is when a young couple buys the dream home from what they think is an overly attached seller, but in actuality, they buy this house from a murderous psycho.
Love it or list it. Now this movie stars Michael Ealy, Megan Good, and Dennis Quaid. And this was also written by
Dennis Lowry, who wrote Obsessed and Lakeview Terrace.
Which, this is like par for the course, basically. Now, Pro Box Office has this at a long-range forecast of $16 million, which is really actually quite good because that's 10% increase from what happened last weekend. But Joey, what do you think this movie's going to do? Do you think it's going to make its $16 million long-range forecast up, down?
Well, I mean, Avenger Endgame being in its second week, I mean, all the money's going to go to Marvel, so I think this movie's probably going to go less than 16.
I concur. Now, the next movie we're going to be talking about is Long Shot.
Long Shot.
Now, this movie is all about Fred, a free-spirited journalist who tracks down his childhood babysitter and crush, Charlotte. Now, Charlotte, on the other hand, is running for the presidency and hires Fred to be her speechwriter. And then, crazy adventures ensue.
That is right. This movie stars Seth Rogen, Charlize Theron, and great impersonation. Great.
I'm just coughing.
Oh, okay. And Andy Serkis.
Now, this movie was directed by Jonathan Levine, who has given us 50-50, Warm Bodies, and The Night Before. Now, the theater counts for this movie, Box Office Mojo has this around 3,100 plus, has a long-range forecast of $12.5 million. What's it looking like on Rotten Tomatoes, Joey?
So, Rotten Tomatoes right now has this at an 87%, and that's a pretty good number for this type of movie.
Especially for a Seth Rogen movie.
Yeah, especially for Seth Rogen. Now, $12.5 million, I think it can probably hit that mark.
I'm a little bit weary because Seth Rogen doesn't do the best at the box office, and so does Charlize Theron, right? Mad Max Fury Road, she knocks it out of the park. The last couple of outings have kind of been a rough one for her with Atomic Blonde, and we got Gringo, but that's all I'm going to be cautiously saying as of right now, as of taping this. But let's go on to Uglydolls.
Yes, Uglydolls is about a group of dolls that venture outside of Uglyville, and they're confronted with challenges and adventures and by dolls that don't like them very much.
I'm a doll and I'm ugly. Now, this one stars my childhood crush, Emma Roberts.
Oh, when you let her go, and you let her go.
Kelly Clarkson and Nick Jonas, just to name a few. There's also Gabriel Iglesias, who's in this one.
That's right.
This one was directed by Kelly Asbury, who has directed such movies as Shrek 2 and Romeo and Juliet.
All right. Now, this movie was written by Erica Rivenot, who gave us Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
All right.
2.
Wait, what about the first one? Did she do the first one?
No, just the second one.
Just the second one?
Just
She just
number
signed
2.
up for the sequel? Well,
And yep, we know how that turned out.
Thanks a lot, Erica. Now, this one has a theater count on Box Office Mojo that's 3,600 plus theaters, which is very, very good. And this long-range forecast is at $13.5 million, which is a 4% increase. But my whole thing about this one is that this is giving me, like, flashbacks, deja vu, whatever you want to call it, to The Missing Link, which came out in its opening weekend to, like, 3,600, 3,800 plus theaters. And it kind of soured. It didn't do a whole lot in the theater. It came way under what anyone really thought.
Yeah, underestimate. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I mean, with Avengers Endgame out there, everyone's gonna be going back to see it again, or they didn't want to go because of all the mayhem and craziness of opening weekend. Maybe they're gonna see it this weekend. So, I mean, I think Marvel is still just going to take all the money, so this is going to drop the estimates down for this movie. So I'm going to say around $8 million.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, all right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Good luck in Fantasy Movie League this week. This is all we have for you. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click that subscribe button and watch all of our other videos. You can click here and here. And remember,
Sometimes you gotta risk it to get that biscuit.